Hello and welcome to another episode of Lexx Education. It's the comedy science podcast where comedian me, Laura Lexx, tries to learn science from her nerdy, normal younger brother, Ron.
Hello, I'm Ron.
Hi, Ron.
Hello.
It's not good, is it?
No.
God.
You sound kind of like... You sound like when in kids' shows in the noughties when they just got an adult woman to be a young boy, but this one's a bit cheeky.
Yeah, all right. I mean, it's going to be one of those things, editing this back's going to be interesting to actually hear what I've been sounding like out loud, because I know in my head what it sounds like, but I'm not as ill as I sound. I sound rancid. I'm actually not feeling too bad, but this is a Kokio record. It is the middle of the night.
It is early, which is why you've got the sort of facial expression of an animal caught in a headlight as well.
Oh God, I forgot you could see me actually. I haven't got the video up. Oh, and you've got a sloth.
Oh, I'd largely forgotten I'd done that.
You
Whenever
are a
Laura's
sloth in the
even a minute
cowboy.
late to a record, I end up messing with the backgrounds.
Yeah, that's really cute. It winks a lot.
It's not that different to my actual face.
Ron, I was just going to say to you gleefully that your Christmas presents arrived yesterday, but this episode's boo, Christmas is done. Let sadness prevail.
I did all my Christmas shopping yesterday via various delivery services. And for some reason it didn't like my credit card. And I got locked out of my account. I had to send them a statement from my credit card to prove it was me.
Oh.
And then it made me log into the app to say, yep, I'm buying this for every single thing. And we did all of the Christmas shopping for 2 families.
Is that because you were in one country and getting it delivered to another country?
I think so. And I think because it was a credit card rather than a debit card, they didn't like it. And also I was using a VPN because that just makes it easier to access UK services. But anyway, it's fucking 2026.
Not
Shut
quite.
up.
2 days, Ron. I mean, we assume people listen to this the second it falls into their phones, the snorfing little schnorfers.
Yeah. It's like, oh no, don't worry, I'll put all the wrapping paper in the bin. And then you rush out the room to listen to Lexx Education.
Yeah, it's the 29th. It's Gooch Week, baby.
Gooch Week.
So we're slated to
And
go
we're
back
doing
to science.
the science of gooches.
That would be so great. Because a female gooch is significantly different to a male gooch. Male gooch is so long and dull. There's so little going on.
Well, next year we'll do the science of gooches.
Is your cat wibbling about, or is it just the filter making things flutter?
That's just the filter. Sorry.
Oh, I've got the smallest eyes in the world today.
Jen Brister Eyes is back.
Jen Brister
Piggy Smalls
brought out merch, and one of them is tiny little eyes, because I think she's got a bit about how as she's got older, her eyes have got smaller and smaller, and I really want that T-shirt. Tiny little eyes. It's hard to want to do science, isn't it?
Yeah, once you've had Christmas nonsense, it's hard to go back.
Yeah. I mean, we can just do gentle science, can't we?
Well, it's probably appropriate for the Christmas period, but we're going to be talking about fat, Laura.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I was watching Real Housewives the other day, Ron, and someone was getting liposuction live on the show. And I didn't realise that fat was brown.
I think there's 2 different types of fat, isn't there? There's white fat, and brown fat's the healthier one.
Oh, that's what they were sucking out of this lady.
Yeah, well, I presume she doesn't want any fat.
Yeah, probs. Yeah. It looked like sort of like KFC gravy.
Judith and I watched Die Hard the other day, which is on Disney
me
Plus.
too.
And then afterwards, a big thing flashed up, and it was like Keeping Up with the Kardashians, and I was like, let's just watch this. So we skipped to halfway through episode 8 of season 5, just to get like a real what is this actually like? Because that's the most boring show I've ever seen.
They're all very calm, aren't they?
Yeah. They were doing a big photo shoot as a family. And
right.
They all look vaguely the same. And because they were doing a photo shoot, they were dressed the same. And then Kim Kardashian went into one of the other one's trailers to tell her something. And that was all that happened. We only watched for a few minutes. It was dull.
Yeah, I've never watched the Kardashians. I don't know why. I love a bit of crud reality TV, and a lot of the Beverly Hills. Well, they're kind of good, especially Kyle from Real Housewives. You'll remember Kyle. She knows the Kardashians.
Which one's Kyle?
The long, dark-haired one. The hair's long, not her.
The one that always looked like a flea's whisker away from bursting into tears.
Yeah. If she's not crying, she might any second. And since the split with Maurizio, it's all been woof. Much, much worse for her. I'm currently
you kind of watch the show about the women that aspire to be the Kardashians.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Well, it's interesting because, like, Kyle is Paris Hilton's aunt. And Paris was arguably, like, one of the first of that set to really get big from doing reality TV.
Paris made Kim the star she is, didn't she? Wasn't, like, Kim part of Paris's entourage back in the 90s?
Yeah. So they're all kind of within that world of, like, this is just what we do. It's normal to them, you know? I don't know if they're, like... I guess the Kardashians have done it the most successfully. But, like, Kyle's been an actress. She was in Halloween? What's the one with Jamie Lee Curtis?
Don't know.
Isn't
it weird? You don't really get that anymore. It's like, here's two famous people. One of them is the heiress of a hotel chain, and the other one's a murderer's lawyer's daughter.
Yeah.
And for some reason, they're famous now.
Don't forget they were also friends with Lionel Richie's daughter.
Yeah.
Who got bullied mercilessly for being fat, in inverted commas. Having body fat, the audacity. And then you look back now and you go, whoa, that was such a toxic time, because even if you are going to bully someone for having body fat, which you should not, the amount of body fat you were allowed before you were bullyable, it was insane back in the day.
Laura's muted there to blow her nose. I wasn't really aware of Nicole Richie getting bullied for being fat, but from what I know of her, preposterous.
Yeah. Like, you don't think about, like, obviously I have massive body issues and do my best to, like, work through them. But you don't think about how mad it was in that era to grow up and have no sort of social media to blow back against this thing. Like, there's a bit in Bridget Jones's Diary, and obviously she gets sort of picked on for being fat throughout that whole film, and arguably it's like everybody actually thinks she's really hot, but she thinks she's fat or whatever. But there are definitely bits where external people comment on her body size and like how big she is. There's a bit where she steps on the scales and they choose to show the number on the scales at the point she steps on them, and they pick 9.5 stone. And I remember as a teenager being panicked about being anywhere near 9.5 stone. And obviously now I think I'm about, 11.5 stone, and still a perfectly reasonable functioning human adult that, like, yeah, sure, I'm big, but I'm not like, oh, I can't leave the living room, which is what I thought would happen if I sort of hit the terrible heights of 10 stone, you know, like the damage stuff like that did. And why they sat in a meeting and went, yes, we have to show a number. We have to pick a line in the sand.
It's one of my pet peeves in film or TV depictions of women where it's just like, why is one of the suspensions of disbelief that people are happy to do for things is, oh, beautiful Hollywood actress, blah, 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 isn't beautiful for some reason in this. and then it's just like, and creators of the show, if you're gonna, like, if this is one of the tenets of your jokes, this is like part of the premise or whatever, then do better casting. You can't like bank on having a bankable Hollywood starlet and then also have that be like part of the thing of the show.
Ron, could you watch an ugly woman, not even ugly, a less than A-list celebrity model woman for over an hour and a half without vomiting and switching off your television?
I mean,
who are they going to get? Character actress Margot Martindale to play everybody? That's get real.
It's, oh man, I mean, you know, like, you got stuff like fucking New Girl and stuff, where it's like they're like,
yeah,
New Girl, Bridget Jones is a great example. Happens all the time.
Yeah, the idea that Zooey Deschanel is like, doop doop doop, like no. Everybody that walked past her would turn around and look at her. The woman is amazing.
Yeah.
At least Cece was hot. And allowed, you were allowed to just be like...
You were allowed to just openly ogle her.
And I did.
But anyway, yeah, the noughties... Is that more of a late 90s thing or early noughties thing? The example I was going to bring up is fucking Devil Wears Prada, where it's Emily Blunt and Anne Hathaway basically having a competition on who can eat the least. And I watched that film for the first time like 18 months ago or something. And I was like, this is great. Sort of like a pastiche or sort of a takedown of all of these things. And then she just gets that job and that's the happy ending at the end.
Yeah.
Loses all of her friends and life.
Yeah. The boyfriend is so right in that film.
Yeah. We always are.
I think it was like late 90s into the noughties. I think it continued because the bullying of like female pop stars, like, well, I mean, it still carries on, but like right up to, is it Jessie from Little Mix that got a lot of shit? And I watched the Victoria Beckham documentary on Netflix over the last couple of weeks. And that was interesting for her talking about what it was like to be Posh Spice in the middle of that like mess. She's really weird, but I kind of really warm to her because she's so awkward. And it's like, man, I don't think I ever realized how truly awkward a person you are before. Like her audition for the Spice Girls, she sang something from like Cabaret or something. And you're like, whoa, I would never have believed that everybody was doing their best, like pop, 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 and like really knew. She was such a like theatre show kid and just a weird kind of like nerd that she sang this like, and they had footage of it and you're like, God damn, like producers see something I don't see because I wouldn't have seen that and gone like, yes, we'll make her the Dolce & Gabbana like Posh Spice kind of a one. But she really talked in that about the reality of like, you probably don't remember it so well, but when she'd left the Spice Girls and she was with David and then they moved to LA and Madrid, I think it was. And she was saying from her perspective, she was like, I'd just gone from being in the biggest band in the world, just the biggest thing that had ever happened for a female pop group, to I was just jobless. I did not know at all what my identity was. I had 2 small children suddenly.
Because she wasn't even known as, well, I don't even know what her maiden name was, but she wouldn't even have been known as like Victoria Beckham at the time, right? She'd have just been Posh Spice.
Well, they were Posh and Becks, yeah. Like, yeah, she wasn't even Victoria. Like, it was mad. And just everything she did was criticised and like told off for. And then it was about her starting her fashion brand. But, yeah. And then with her fashion brand, that did amuse me quite a lot because it was like I wanted to make the dresses that I wasn't finding that I wanted to wear, and I was like, is that a long-term business plan? I've got to assume most of us on the planet don't look like you, Victoria Beckham. Do you know what? David Beckham comes across as very easygoing. You can see why they work as a pair, because she is completely uptight and he's just like, yippee.
Well, there's the famous clip from that about getting driven to school in the Bentley.
That's actually the documentary about him, and this is the one about her.
Oh, sorry.
There are two. And yes, I've watched them both, Ron. Obviously, I've watched them both.
You love watching documentaries about couples that move to LA from the UK.
Do you know what? I think, especially with that one, that one I did find really interesting for the inside take on the media swirl and stuff like that. I do find that kind of thing really interesting. I watched the Wayne Rooney and Colleen Rooney one a little while ago, and that, again, like blew my mind, because you're like, they were 15, 16 when all this started for them. Like, they'd been a couple since they were 12 or something, and then he was playing for England by, I think, 16. And so she was this genuine schoolgirl, like living in an estate in Liverpool, trying to do her GCSEs, and then was having her school uniform graded by the Sun and stuff like that. And you're like, I do find it really interesting hearing about that sort of thing.
When I'm king of the world, we'll do some kind of horrible sort of ousting of the British media, and people will be judged, and just everything that you've ever put out into the world will be put through, not a jury, because it'll just be me. I'll be like, shouldn't have been doing that to the pit.
It's not a jury of your peers, it's a jury of your betters, aka me.
It's a jury of your haters.
Yeah. It really does make you realise, especially as a woman who's now like approaching 40, and kind of feminism in its current wave appeared in my 20s. And I think genuinely, like, what a terrible person I was to other women through my teens and 20s. And then looking back and unpicking it and realising why. And realising, like, the idea that there could only be one good woman in any situation, and therefore, like, jealousy and bitterness and all that needed to be there. It is lovely to have that sort of be picked apart and have the next generation not going, well, I don't know, you know, these things are cyclical. I'm sure it'll come back. It's fascinating now, though, watching reaction online to bodies who've got incredibly skinny, like the women that are in Wicked, who there's a lot of worry online about their bodies and like how skinny they've got and stuff. It's interesting to see a very different reaction to it. Or maybe this would have been the reaction back in the day if social media had existed, at the point where all I could see were, but let's face it, the Daily Mail, because that's what Mum bought. Like, if you'd been able to see another side of it.
Oh, the Wicked stuff is very weird.
I find it incredible. This is something I'd watch 10 documentaries on, is the marketing team for Wicked, the budget, the meetings, the how they have managed to get Wicked to pair with everything. There's no exclusivity deals. It's not like, oh, it's Wicked and Coca-Cola and that's the exclusive deal. It's with everything, and some mad stuff is connected to it. And like, to the point where when I walk around with Child of the Podcast now, she sees stuff. It's Wicked. And she's never seen the film. She has no concept of what it is whatsoever. All she's seen is marketing, and it's in her bones. I think the marketing budget for this film must be the biggest marketing budget you've ever seen in your life, surely.
Which is, I find, I've never seen it, and I won't comment on the actual sort of content of the film. But, like, I'm purely talking aesthetically. It looks garbage. Like,
yeah,
it looks like, what's his name? Swirly Mountain Man. Tim Burton's fucking Alice in Wonderland. Like, it looks like that level of CGI, and everything's just kind of blurry. I've never seen anything from it that would make me want to watch it. I'm not a target demographic. I don't really like musicals, and I've not seen Wicked, the musical, or I've not even seen The Wizard of Oz. And I've never heard an Ariana Grande song, and I simply don't know the other woman's name.
Cynthia
Her
Erivo.
fingernails creep me out.
They are long and pointy. I guess if you're promoting a show about being a witch, you're going to go long pointy nails, aren't you? Yeah. From what I've seen, they both sing incredible, obviously. My problem, I guess, stems from Wicked itself, I think, is garbage trash. Tom and I went to see Wicked in London.
You guys do like a musical every now and again?
Yeah, we love a musical. And we used to go a lot more, obviously, before Child of the Podcast. And so we went up to London and we went and saw Wicked. And the big song that everybody knows is Defying Gravity. And that kicks in at the end of the first half.
I've heard it in Glee.
Yeah, and then we got to the interval and we were both sort of like, are you having a good time? And neither of us wanted to be the first person to go, no, this is not for us. This is like a sort of like Tommy Tippy, my first musical. Is it a panto? Is it a musical? This is poo-poo pants. And then I was like, well, if Defying Gravity is the one song everybody knows and they've already done that, and we didn't enjoy the half that had that in it, is there any point in staying for the second half? And the problem is, Wicked is on at a theatre where you can basically see Victoria Station from the theatre. So we left in the interval, didn't even stay for the second half.
I respect that. I hate that feeling of like, I often feel like I'm the one poo-pooing things. And I hate that feeling of just being like, I don't want to be really negative about this thing that other people are enjoying. Yeah. But I also just don't think other people are that discerning sometimes. And it's like, it's okay to not think things are good.
Yeah, I was like, there must be a reason it's beloved and it's lasted and stuff. But I don't know. I do think the older I get, successful doesn't necessarily mean the best. It means the easiest to digest, maybe. It did make me think. I was walking through Westfield in London the other day to get to my car. Ugh, that was a saga. And there was a massive, whatever the new Wicked is, display up by the cinema that's in there. And I was like, oh, is this like one of those ones where it's 4 parts or whatever, and a new one's coming out every Christmas? And it made me so glad that we had Lord of the Rings, not this.
I've just rewatched Lord of the Rings. It's so good.
Yeah. I haven't watched that for a long time. But that's because I have Sims 4 again. Right. So I've got a cow in my back garden that needs looking after because that bitch gets dirty a lot and gets cross with me. And my chickens all died last night.
Yeah, you just said. That's sad.
Yeah. But I also redecorated the 2 bathrooms. She's got 2 bathrooms. She's very swanky. And she just gets Don Lothario to come around and fuck her when she gets lonely, and then he goes home. She's living my dream life. It's just her and her dog and a vegetable patch and a cow.
And an occasional stuffing.
Yeah. In her really fancy, in
her really fancy 2 bathrooms.
She's got the upstairs one is all sleek and modern and grey, and it's got a big window with a bath that overlooks out the front window. And then the downstairs one I made for younger sister of the podcast, and it's all yellows and very cool aesthetic. She even has a utility out the back with all the stuff for Mango, the dog.
And you did it. You killed the banter, and now we have to do science because you talk too much about your Sims house.
I don't know why you're being weird about it, Ron. You spend hours a night building Agrabah and now the North Pole.
I'm not talking about it on my podcast. And I never asked to do the North Pole. You and your poxy husband asked to do the North Pole.
Is it me? I did not ask to do the North Pole. Tom did.
No, you were like, yep, that would be really cool as well. And I can find the messages because you guys did that and then noped out of the conversation. So then it's been me and Meg setting that up and you guys just not engaging.
I have been away for a week. I have been at Mother of the Podcast's house. and that with no PlayStation and no ability to join, and you know what my evenings of entertainment have been at their house, it has been watching shows that they have been watching for months, and I have no idea what the plot is. But I just have to sit there and find out who the fuck DCI Tosh is and why the drugs came in on the heroin boat. And it all happened 50 years ago, and then a sad old man hung an even sadder older woman. Ugh,
He hung?
yeah, Ron. I don't know what was going on in this show, but the blonde lady from Nativity was there. The one that was in extras with Ricky Gervais, Ashley Jansen. Can't remember her name. She was in it.
Jasper Carrot's daughter.
No, the Scottish woman, the blonde Scottish woman.
I've not seen Nativity, or particularly The Office.
No, she was in extras, not The Office.
Oh, extras. I've seen a good amount of extras.
I can't remember what her name is. The blonde woman in that, his best friend.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was in it. And,
Olivia Colman before we had Olivia Colman.
Yeah, basically. But I think she did go to LA and she sort of vanished a little bit. She was, I think, one of the voices in Romeo and Juliet.
Have you not watched a documentary about her and her partner moving on to LA and the social dynamics that forced them out there?
Why don't I know more about what went on there? It's a good point, Ron. I should find out. No, the next documentary on my list is I got an eyeliner in my advent calendar, and apparently there's a documentary about the man that started that makeup company, according to friend of the podcast, Charlotte. So I'm going to seek that out and try and watch it.
Max Factor?
No. His little brother, SPF 50.
SPF 50 Factor.
That's the best I could do on short notice. There's something there. It's not quite right.
What do you think the F
Yeah,
stands for?
I get that there's problems, Ron. But I had seconds because I won't edit joke pauses. That's the one bit I won't edit to make it better, Ron.
No, that's fair.
Actually, there's loads I don't edit to make it better. We can make this podcast so much better. I choose not to. What were we talking about?
Fats. What are fats for, Laura?
Storage and warmth.
Storage of
Energy.
Yes. How warmth?
Because fat sort of becomes an outer layer on your body. Like a lot of it goes just under the skin, and it's not like dripping out of you. It's not, you don't grow it, but you know it goes under the skin.
Oh, I do grow it.
But it goes under the skin, but over your organs and muscles and stuff. A lot of it. I mean, obviously some of it's like intertwined and that's bad, but some of it becomes a sort of warm coating. And I know this because I was once doing my bit of material about love handles, and a woman who was a doctor in the front row said, "You've outgrown your blood supply. That's why it's so cold." And your fat remains cold because it sort of keeps it goes on the outside of your circulatory system, sort of thing.
Well, that makes sense because I guess if you were pumping the blood on the outside of it, then you'd be cooling down your blood all the time.
Yeah.
Sounds like a smart lady. She should come on the pod.
Yeah. It was pretty brutal, actually, at the time to be midway through a session and then have a medical doctor go, "You've outgrown your blood supply." For me to be like, "Oh, what, the thing that like pumps around keeping me alive? I've literally eaten myself to a point where that no longer serves."
You've eaten to outside your own atmosphere.
Yeah, basically. I think I'm
Wow.
orbiting myself at this point.
Oh no. What I was trying to get you to say is insulation. The fat does not generate heat per se. It keeps heat in.
What did I say?
You said it grows on the outside of you like a coat.
It does.
Yeah. I'm not saying you're wrong, but
Like,
that's
as if
what I
you're
was-
a big pony that lives outside, you'd put fat on in the winter and a big shaggy coat. And we can't grow a big shaggy coat in the winter. We don't have that evolvement, so we just get fat.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Sorry, I was really thrown off by the pony.
I like to think about ponies.
Yeah. You do live in a sort of Lisa Frank style kind of daydream, I think.
Who's Lisa Frank?
You don't know Lisa? Oh, you love Lisa Frank. Google Lisa Frank.
Oh, I'm picturing Lisa Riley, but I assume they're different Lisas. Lisa Frankenstein? No, just Lisa Frank, please. American artist and businesswoman.
Yeah, just go on images. That's the sort of her sort of vibe.
Oh no, Ron. No, this is horrible. Ron, this is a nasty Dayglow nightmare.
Yeah, you do puzzles that look like this all the time.
I don't know.
And you love bright colours.
I love bright colours, but no.
Look at this. Are you telling me you wouldn't wear a jumper that basically looks like this?
Hang on, I'm going to the WhatsApp web. I'm 100% telling you I would never wear that, Ron.
I think if I bought
it has got an orca on it, though, actually. Do you like orcas?
And it's got a horse with a dirty bum.
Bum and neck, which makes me think it's been nuzzling the bum of another dirty horse. And mouth. It's been going down on a paler dirt horse.
This is kind of what I imagine it's like in your brain quite a lot of the time.
Well, it would be, Ron, but I can't picture images, so it's just all of this stuff described in black and white lettering.
There you go, there's another one.
No, this is horrifying. Do you know what this art is? It's like cheap fairground art.
Yes.
How is she putting her name on this? Like, this is her brand.
It's a huge brand.
I'm sure it is. Well done, Lisa Frank. But I didn't know that this was specifically someone's thing. I thought this was just what you got when you couldn't afford an artist. This is so horrible. I'm being so horrible about this woman's work, but it's how I feel.
Yeah. She's the founder of Lisa Frank Incorporated, headquartered in Tucson, Arizona. That's a fun place to say.
Yeah. It sounds like the sort of place you'd write a song about if your name was Mike Michaels.
Frank is notoriously private.
In Tucson, Arizona, but I know it wouldn't last. Is that in Get Back?
Maybe.
Yeah, the Beatles sing about... Do they? Yes, the Beatles reference Tucson in Get Back.
I wonder if that's a Lisa Frank reference.
Let me Google the Beatles, Lisa Frank. I don't think she's done any... There is no official collaboration or direct artistic connection between the Beatles and artist Lisa Frank.
No, that's probably for the best because she was born in 1955, so...
Is that pre-Beatles?
Yes, and you know that.
Okay.
And they're famously a 60s band.
Well, yeah, but everybody starts somewhere. There's also no Lisa Frank Wicked merchandise from what I can work out, Ron.
Now that seems like...
something she would have done.
A bad miss.
Ugh, I hate this stuff so much. Why is that pink dog wearing glasses? Ugh. Look, this one, Ron. It looks like all of these animals on this backpack have sort of like entered into a plea deal bargain and their souls are in this backpack as part of having their images on it. There is, quite frankly, a blue-eyed bear that looks mortified just above the pink and purple dog twins.
Hang on, it's checking I'm not a robot before I can view
Oh,
this
yeah,
backpack.
robots can't view this stuff. It would blow their tin minds.
Where's this bear that I'm looking at?
So, top section...
Oh my god, I see it.
There's a bear that's tripping out.
That bear has realised his own reality.
Yeah. Whereas the tiger is still in a sort of come here and fuck me mentality. Doesn't realise that this is forever. The bear has been there for way more centuries.
Oh my god.
I think that pink dog is the one luring them in.
So I've managed to do Lisa Frank to the Beatles on Wikipedia very, very quickly.
Yeah?
Yeah, because it says in her early life and education, her father was an art collector and introduced her to the work of such pop art artists as Peter Max. If you Google Peter Max, his whole thing is like he did those. I don't even know how to describe it. Like those sort of bad cartoons that were all the rage in the 60s.
Hang on, I'm going to Peter Max.
Like if you Google Peter Max, like he did like the Yellow Submarine.
Oh, okay, yeah. The sort of cartoon Klimt. That's how I feel about that. Flag with heart. Blushing beauty. Without borders. Oh, it's very 60s, isn't it?
Oh, he didn't actually do that, but he did early consulting on it. But it's very much his style.
Yeah, okay. And then he did Yellow Submarine.
He early consulted on Yellow Submarine.
Oh, wow.
I actually can't see the Beatles on his...
it does say he was the illustrator of the submarine movie and album art.
Oh, there you go. But I can get from him to...
I don't like this style of art.
No. I can see how it's very striking.
Yeah. Not my fave. He's 88.
Born in Germany.
In 1937. So
a rough time to be born.
Not the easiest. Oh no, his children are called Libra Astro and then Adam Cosmo. Adam feels like the outlier there.
Oh, he didn't have an easy life.
Were, yeah, they fled Berlin in 1938, so they did get him out
and went
early.
To Shanghai.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Oh, I'm glad they got out.
Yes, he worked in Yellow Submarine. I can get to there, and then I can get to the Beatles. The Wikipedia
growing up in Shanghai, then massively influenced because it says he loved the colours and calligraphic ballet that he witnessed daily at the Buddhist temple across the street from the family villa. I wish we had a family villa.
We're quite privileged with where we grew up.
Yeah, we should start calling it a villa.
Let's do that. Yeah, you never know. They were calling it a villa, but you might have grown up in some sort of tin roof shack.
Yeah, it's all about the language, isn't it?
Villa. The estate.
The estate now just makes me think of dead people, though.
Why?
I don't know. Just your estate, you know?
He did that famous picture of Bob Dylan. Okay. Well, that's Peter Max.
How much fat did Peter Max have?
He looks quite slim, to be honest.
Nah.
He has a good mustache as well.
So how come some fat's for insulation and some fat like gets in your heart and they tell you off about it?
Because
it could let in a child.
Fat is just naturally, like, when it as a molecule, it's just good for insulation. But it also happens to be an excellent energy storage. So we kill two birds with one stone, and we store it,
and we eat both of them, and the
especially...
stone.
Well, what was the duck decision for?
Ordered a duck, mate.
Lovely.
Ordered a bloody duck.
Lovely. Okay.
From the same butcher that we're getting the turkey from.
Yeah. Mum asked me to cook on Christmas Eve, and then I think has not stopped regretting that decision ever since she asked.
Listen, this is a conversation for off the podcast. But I think what we need is a series of activities for Mother of the Podcast to make her happy over the festive period without worrying about the next thing we're all going to eat.
Do you think we could slip we've talked to this before.
We're not
slip her some
drugging
wheat
on
brownies. Damn it. I think we'd only have to do it once, and then I think she'd reach a state of zen that she's never reached before.
I think she'd whitey and start telling us about things we don't want to know about. It would.
We're not going to make her do a bong here.
I think she'd find a way.
Smoking a brownie in the next room.
Judith's dad will be there. Can't he distract her?
I think he
Remember, who was that guy that came for Christmas once?
Phil.
Phil. Why don't we track Phil
I've never
down?
seen her happier.
Well, Phil came for Christmas. I don't know why there aren't children's books about it, like The Tiger That Came for Tea. Because when Phil came for Christmas, it was just the greatest. It was one of the greatest Christmases we've ever had. And I think what we need is more Phil energy in our Christmases. I think she reacts well to having a stranger present. Well, not a stranger, but a not blood related.
Stranger to us. Because she cares more about the other people.
No, she just expresses that love differently for the external world. It's a generational thing, I think. The people that you
June
love
to come. I think we'd have the best Christmas ever if June was there.
Christ, no. Did you? Right, and I will edit all of this out.
That's mental. I'm talking about Mum's friend June.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But let's talk more about that next time we Agrippa.
I will find the photos and bring them to you to show them because it's genuinely like, Mum, what the fuck? Like, just...
That's a level of insane I didn't even know our mother had reached. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Musical sting. Back to things that we can publish.
Fucking hell. Anyway, so yeah, the fat's insulated. That fat, by and large, is supposed to be there. That's where you're supposed to store fat. The thing with the fat in your heart is, in arteries are the blood vessels that move blood around the body out of the heart. So if you imagine a pump.
Yeah.
I'm
picturing a foot pump that you use to blow up an airbed.
Sure. The air
I haven't made any notes. We haven't done anything.
No, we haven't done anything. This is just fat chat. A new segment called Fat Chat.
Normal.
It's under the highest pressure as it just comes out the heart. And because of that pressure, the walls of arteries can get damaged. Okay?
Oh.
When they get damaged, your body has a system for blocking them up, where it basically uses cholesterol, lipobodies or something, HDLs and LDLs, high density and high and low, and it used those, and it's like, there's damage to that artery. You go sort that out. When you've eaten too much bad cholesterol, you have too many of those in your blood, and then it fills them up too much, creates a lump in the wall instead of just fixing it, and then that blocks blood flow through.
And then that must make the pressure even higher, so you end up with even more artery damage.
Yeah, well, I think it's more if that happens in your heart, then part of your heart stops getting oxygen, and then that's why it stops beating, and that's a heart attack.
Oh no!
But that's why high blood pressure is a problem, and you shouldn't eat too much salt, or you shouldn't. You should try not to have high blood pressure because then the damage to the arteries happens more often.
Oh, I have incredibly low blood pressure.
Mine's the high end of normal, I think.
Mm. Yeah. Mine's really low, but I think part of that is due to being hypermobile. So I have more collagen in all of my body. And that includes blood vessels and stuff. So your blood vessels are kind of baggy. So that's why hypermobile people get dizzy a lot. And they also get anxious quite a lot because your heart has to beat quite fast and hard to get things to go round because there's less like structure throughout your system.
Wow. Am I hypermobile? Yeah, we found this out recently, didn't we?
Did we?
I think so. We were talking about this.
Right, yeah.
Because I'm really flexible.
Yeah. Without trying. You're just like, yeah, I'm bendy. Yeah.
Yeah. Like sort of Jack Black style kind of fat and agile.
Yeah. We are Kung Fu Panda family. Yeah. I remember once getting my blood pressure done. I can't remember why, like part of a checkup or something. And the nurse looking at me and going, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine." She's like, "It's just because with this blood pressure, we wouldn't really expect you to be conscious. Are you all right?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine." And she's like, "How did you get here?" I was like, "I walked here." And she's like, "Is this your blood pressure after walking here?" I was like, "Yeah, I don't think my heart beats very much." I often lose my vision when I stand up. And she's like, "Makes sense." Be careful.
Yeah, you should eat more salt. You eat
I
quite
don't
a lot
know,
of salt.
yeah. I eat a lot of salt. Like, most of my blood's glizzies.
Your husband's ready to pop. Anyway, fat is also used as insulation for electricity in your body.
Yeah, and in
part
New
of the
York, the rats have started eating it.
What?
I remember seeing, I think it was Gina Yashery doing...
Gina Yashery?
Gina Yashery. She was a
Gina
comedian.
Yashery.
I think it was Gina. Doing a bit of material where she'd come back from New York, where she'd been living, and they, in an effort to be eco-friendly, had started doing the wires on cars and stuff out of like vegetable protein fats instead of plastics, you know? But then the rat problem in New York is so mad that rats were getting into car engines and eating all the casings off the wires. And
There must be something better to eat than that.
I guess if you'll just eat anything, you have that, and then you go have something better later.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
And we use fat as protective substance. Specifically, like all of your organs do have a layer of fat around them to protect from injuries.
Oh, cute.
Yeah. Here's the concept that we'll leave this fat chat on, okay, is that the number of carbon to hydrogen bonds in an energy storage substance represents kind of the amount of energy that molecule has. Okay?
Yes, okay. Yeah, because it's breaking the bond that releases the energy.
Exactly. Yeah. So if you look at like a glucose molecule, you'll see that there are a good number of, if you Google that with me, glucose molecule.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, there's no carbons in that hydrogen.
What?
Why has that glucose got no... Oh, because the black bits are carbons. I remember, Ron, we don't write the C. We do it with a dot. 1, but specifically carbon to hydrogen.
Carbon to hydrogen, yeah.
All of these are connecting to the O in the OH group.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7. 1,
Well,
2,
on my
3,
diagram,
4,
Ron,
5,
they're all
6,
connected to
7.
the O, and then the O is connected to the H.
Show me your diagram, because I'm not convinced you're looking at...
It's Career Power, an IIT, IIM alumni company. My love is so mystical, magical. Bwa 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 bwa, baby do, baby do. I'm on a bed to get in it. See? All connected to the O's.
Okay, that's an odd... That's not glucose as we usually...
It's glucose, kid, but not as we know it. Okay, I'm going to find a new
Wait.
glucose.
Let me send you one.
No, I found another one now. Glucose, a sugar. Oh, that's got some carbon-hydrogen bonds.
Well, so does the one that you've sent, but that's just not how we usually picture glucose. Look at the one that I've sent.
I don't usually picture glucose at all. Yeah. Well, that's the one I was now looking at. Okay, yeah. So yeah, I see carbon hydrogen bonds, Ron.
Yeah, so it's got 6. And then the number one fat storage molecule that we will use is a molecule called triglyceride. You might remember it from last time we did this. I'll send you this picture of triglyceride.
You might remember this from explosions. Have you sent it?
Yes. Oh, I sent it to Judith. Oops. I'm not going to delete that.
Whoa, look at this snaky boy. So you've got a long panel down the one side with some carbon-hydrogen bonds, and then coming off the 3 carbons, you've got an oxygen that goes onto another carbon that then goes onto a whole long carbohydrate chain.
Yeah, and that's not even a particularly long chain, as far as I understand it. Those can go on way longer. So fat is just, that's why, you pour a drop of olive oil into the pan to fry an egg or something, and you triple the calories of it because they have all of these carbon to hydrogen bonds in there. Now, last thing, in lieu of some kind of test or quiz or whatever at the end of this episode, can you think of any other famous property of fats and oils that make them a good storage molecule for something?
They are saturated, like all of their bonds are done, so they're not very reactive.
No, saturated fats are more unhealthy. And actually you can see that one of those fatty acids in that triglyceride that I sent you there isn't saturated because it has that carbon-carbon double bond. No, what's a really famous property of oil? Oil and
vinegar. Painting?
Oil and water don't mix.
Okay, yeah.
It's hydrophobic, so it doesn't wash away.
Like basically. A membrane.
If we tried to store...
one half of a membrane.
Like a membrane. Like a membrane. Let's stop.
Why?
I think that's...
I remembered the membranes have hydrophilic and hydrophobic sides.
Yeah, they do. Yeah. But that's our fat chat for the day, I think.
Why have you stopped in a mood?
I'm not in a mood. That's just as far as I wanted to go with that. And we'll actually do the lesson next time.
Brilliant. Well, what a lovely time. And your quiz at the end, Ron. What was Victoria Beckham's maiden name?
Oh, you didn't tell me.
No. But you don't tell me the stuff you quiz me.
Is this you try to skewer me because I ask you questions where I haven't told you the answer sometimes?
I'll give you a clue. She shared a surname with a family that had good values.
Victoria Adams.
Yes, Ron. Well done. See, I got you there. I nudged you there through critical thinking.
Yeah, well done. And well done me, most importantly. To summarise, boo 90s and noughties diet culture. Boo wicked. Boo fat.
But yay, fat. Thanks for protecting our organs and insulating our warmth and restructuring our arteries. What a great little thing you are.
No, we don't want it to restructure our arteries, Laura.
No, but don't we want it to repair? I thought you said the body used it to repair.
There's good and bad. We'll get into it.
Yeah, I'm proud of you, fat, and I'm sorry you've been demonized. Bye, everyone.
Boo!
It's hard to focus in Gooch Week.
It's a Gooch Week episode. Fat Chat.
Fat Chat with Laura and Ron.
Class dismissed.